Christmas, everybody. I think we can officially say that now, can't we? It's, yeah, we're in December, so it definitely feels like Christmas. Anyway, it's chaotic. And I've just been down to the supermarket to pick up a few things for what I'm about to do. My God, I can't believe how busy it was. It was literally, it felt like the week before Christmas. Everybody is doing things so far in advance now, which is, it's really hard for me to get my head around because I am very much a kind of usually a 12 days before and a 12 days after Christmas, and that is it. I can't be doing with getting things ready in September. But I think it's becoming apparent that I'm going to have to conform, and I have slowly been kind of making it a little bit longer, just because by the time you get to 12 days before, there's nothing left. And I'm like running around then like a headless chicken trying to find Christmas puddings and stuff like that. So yeah, this year I have started a little bit earlier than I anticipated. I was well and truly railroaded into getting a Christmas tree, and I actually had a Christmas tree in November. I can't believe it. It was the last day in November and I didn't put the trimmings up until December, so it wasn't too bad. But my gosh, that is so early for me. It was just one of those things. Edward and, oh, what do you want, Lottie? Lottie's coming to say hello. She's got a little Christmas collar on. Should we say hello? Want to show them your new bow? Yes. She's beautiful. She had her hair cut, so she's looking all coiffured and pretty, aren't you? And a few pound lighter. What was I saying? Yeah, so Mark and Edward completely railroaded me into getting a Christmas tree early. They were just saying, look, there's not going to be any other weekends that we can do it. So I succumbed, and yes, we had a Christmas tree. Lottie, quiet. We always get a real Christmas tree for the hallway, and because our lounge area is quite narrow, there's not that much room for a big tree, so we just have quite a small one in here to make it still feel Christmassy, but the main one is always in the hall. I haven't vlogged us trimming that up just because it's something that Edward and I love doing together so much, and I didn't really want to spoil that. But yeah, I'm going to show it you in a little while. I'm not one of these themed Christmas tree kind of girls, although the one in the lounge is a little bit more uniformal. But all the trimmings that are on our main Christmas tree are things that I've collected over the years. I've got baubles that were owned by my grandma, things that I've picked up when I've been to places like Berlin and America and stuff like that. So, and I love that. That's the one thing I love about Christmas is every year when you pull out a bauble that you bought somewhere, or it just brings back that special memory, and it comes back to life because you forget what you've got, don't you? So yes, I do love that side of it. But anyway, today, what am I doing today? If you watched my last vlog, I went to Cannon Hall Farm Shop and I bought some food items, and I was going to make up a Christmas hamper. Well, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to finish all that off, get it all wrapped up and ready to roll. But before that, I am going to make some biscotti because I'm craving biscotti. I love it so much, and I haven't had any since, well, for months, since I was diagnosed celiac. And yeah, usually if I go into a coffee shop, I always pick up a little piece, but it's a bit of a tooth breaker, isn't it? But I still love it. Anyway, I was gifted this Becky XL gluten-free Christmas book by my auntie last year, and there's a biscotti recipe in here. I've never made it before, so it could be an absolute disaster. But I'm going to give it a go. I've been and picked up all the bits and bobs that I need this morning, so we'll have a laugh anyway. But the most important thing is, when you're getting in the Christmas spirit, you've got to have a mulled wine.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
It's a little bit early in the day, but hey ho, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I've put fruit in it, so it's technically healthy. Oh, that is heaven. Right, let's get started. I have the oven preheated to 160 Celsius and I have lined a baking tray. I'm not sure if it's big enough, but we will soon find out. So first things first, I need to put the flour, xanthan gum, sugar, ground almonds, baking powder and salt in a large mixing bowl and briefly mix together. 265 grams of flour. This is obviously a gluten-free plain flour. There we go. Bob on. I've just been and bought this from Aldi and I dropped a packet on the floor and there was caster sugar everywhere. It was a nightmare. So that's 150 grams of caster sugar. Ground almonds, we need 25 grams of ground almonds. Baking powder and xanthan gum. Xanthan, it just sounds awful. It sounds so full of chemicals that. Why is this not opening? I've already opened this. There we go. 2 teaspoons. Uno. Dos. And this is xanthan gum. And how much do I need of this? 3/4 of a teaspoon. I don't actually know what this replaces or what this does. Right, so all I need now is a pinch of salt. And we need to give that a little mix together. So next we need to add eggs, melted butter, and vanilla and mix it once more. Okay, so how many eggs do we need? 2 large eggs. I always have to break my eggs into something first because I never ever trust myself not to get shell in. I tend to be a bit of a messy egg breaker. Ooh, that was a win. So eggs in. Where's the butter? Oh, butter melted. 55 grams. And I've got a new microwave. Whoop-de-doo, so I can give that a trial. Perfect. That'll do nicely. I ought to have an apron on really, didn't I? I'm gonna put one on there. It's sod's law. First day I wore this jumper, I will spill butter all down it, so yes. Let's try and prevent a disaster. Yeah, it was a red letter day for me on Saturday. I got a new Hoover and a new microwave. What a lucky girl am I. Gone are the days of Gucci handbags. It is now, yeah, kitchen appliances. Never mind. I must admit, it was quite sad how excited I was to get a Hoover. So I just need half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. Right, let's get this mixed. I think that is pretty much done now. I just need to add the pistachios and cranberries it asks for. However, I prefer almonds, so I'm gonna do a mix of almonds and pistachio nuts. I hope there's enough now, I've been eating them. There we go. A few more, but that's that. Pistachios. Obviously shelled pistachios. 150 grams, well there's 100 grams in there. And I'm gonna top it up to 100 to 150 with almonds. That's a lot of nuts. Bingo. So that's the fruit and nuts in the mixture, and now we just need to try and mix this. It's really dry. This is really hard. The reason I thought I'd make this as well is not just for my craving, because if you like making homemade gifts, these would be perfect. Obviously, they don't have to be gluten-free, but stuff like this is really nice if you just kind of bake them and put them in little clear cellophane bags. And I think it's really nice when you receive a homemade gift. We always get lots of pickles and preserves made by friends, and yeah, I think it's lovely when people put the effort in. I do have a slight preference for the alcohol ones though. Funny that, isn't it? So that is mixed in as much as I can do here. What I need to do now is to turn it out onto a lightly floured work surface and knead it a little bit. This is going to be entertaining. I don't think I've ever kneaded anything before. So, although I do watch the Bake Off, it doesn't seem evenly spread and it seems really sticky. I don't think I've put enough flour on the base. Oh dear. It's a sticky mess. Oh dear. Well, there's nothing smooth about this, it's just a sticky mess. Oh, flipping heck. Right, okay. I'm gonna try and, oh gosh, try and salvage this. It was all going so swimmingly, wasn't it? I've now gone for a heavily floured base. It says I've got to cut into 2 equal pieces and shape each one into a rectangle. 7 centimetres by 13 and about 3 centimetres thick. Now, I think that looks about right to me. I think my measurements are a little bit off, but I'm sure it will be fine. I am not completely confident about this, but we'll see. Let's get this in the oven and yeah, we'll soon see. So it's 160 for 30 minutes until it is lightly browned. Right, I'm going to clean up now again and I'm going to get back to making the hamper. That's a bit cleaner, that job. I'm looking forward to that. I need to put this hamper together now. This is my bag of swag that I bought from Cannon Hall. We also, Mark bought this because it's his friend that we're doing it for and he knows that he likes whiskey, so he picked that up. And I just got a little box of chocolates. Right. I bought this box from, actually from Cannon Hall. Now, I did explain in my last video that they will put together a hamper for you. So if you buy the bits, this costs about £6.50 and I got the shredded, yeah, whatever that is, a ribbon, and I got a piece of cellophane. Now, I've used that cellophane for something else, but I've actually got this roll. Mum and I bought this from a wholesale market, a floristry wholesale market, years and years ago. It was really thick, and it has lasted us forever. Right, so I'll show you what I got from Cannon Hall. I think I spent, including the box, it was about £26. So it wasn't too bad. I got a couple of preserves, piccalilli, we adore piccalilli, and a Christmas preserve. These were about £3.55 each. You've always got to have tea for some reason. Where is it? You've always got to have tea in a hamper. They had some like specialist Christmas spice teas, but I just thought that was probably a little bit too specialist. Not many people might like that because it would be a desired taste, wouldn't it? So I went with a very simple breakfast tea. Sweets, I could have obviously bought these from the shop down the road, but the packaging's nice, and yeah, you pay a premium for that, but I think when you're doing something like this, you want it to look a little bit more special. So yeah, I think it's worth paying a little bit more sometimes just for things to look a bit better. Buttermilk mince pie fudge. That sounded nice, I thought. Oh, and these, oh, honestly, if I could have eaten these would not have made it out of the shop. Sicilian cannoli with hazelnut chocolate. Oh, they just look heavenly. Now, obviously, a lot of people tend to put wine in. I would generally put a bottle of red, a bottle of white, or a sherry in, but we just thought, we knew that he'd like that, so we just went for something a little bit more personal. Right, so the job is now just to position these in the basket, try and make them look pretty, and then I will dress the box with the cellophane. Got to get this foil on now. Now, one thing that I'm not very good at is judging sizes. So what I tend to do, I always either do far too much or not enough. So I'll open it up, put this in the middle, and then just guesstimate. I think that should be a little bit more. Yeah. And then I'll bring that up there as well. It's, I always like a little bit extra, just because it looks nice when you create like a bit of a gathering. Right, so what we're going to do is just reach them to the top and then start to gather it in. In situations like this, I will have to tape at the bottom there, but we can fathom that out in a bit.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Gone bigger with this boo font, but it's not necessary, it still look nice. So what we want to do now is just to make it look prettier. I bought these at Home Bargains the other day. I always like to put a little Christmas trimming on things, and it's something else that they can keep. And I bought these. I just thought they were really, really quite sweet. I'm loving this Nordic style that seems to be everywhere this year, all the like sage greens and things. It's really pretty, and I just thought this would look nice with the natural box, so I'm gonna use that to put that on there. Now, because the writing in there is black, I know it's not the most Christmassy colour, but I do think black always looks quite classy, doesn't it? So let's do a ribbon.
Baby, there's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Christmas, baby.
So there we are. I think that looks really pretty. It's probably the third of the cost of a hamper that you would buy from, say, Marks and Spencer's or Fortnum and Mason. And yeah, it's yeah, you can't beat a Fortnum and Mason hamper, can you? But you know, you can do something that's a little bit more personal, and yeah, I think that'll go down quite well. The nice thing about making your own hampers is that you can tailor it completely to what that individual likes that you're giving it to. We've received so many in the past. I've got a collection of baskets. I like to keep them up on the top of my kitchen up there. So they're what we've received hampers in. I've got them scattered all around the house. Right, I need to finish off my biscotti because I'm dying to have a piece. They've had 30 minutes. They are slightly golden and cracking on the top, which is what it says, so that's good. What I do now is I let them cool down for 5 minutes, transfer them onto the baking tray to let them cool down fully. Now when they're fully cool, I then have to slice them into their individual portions, and then they go back in the oven for a second bake. But what I need to do is to lower the temperature on the oven to 140. What that's going to do is obviously just crisp it up and give it that teeth-breaking texture that I love. I can't wait to have a piece. It smells really good. I've got a sharp knife and I need to chop this now into 2 centimetre slices. So let's have a look. I think that's about right. So what I'm going to do now, these are the slices, they look fab. I am going to lay them flat back on the baking sheet, and yeah, they can now go in for a second bake. That was so easy to make, and yeah, a couple of things that I would definitely change is a bit more flour when I'm trying to knead it, and I would definitely let it cool down thoroughly, as you're supposed to anyway, before you try to cut it. But I will be making more of this, and I might even make some to gift. You can freeze it, pop it in an airtight container, and yeah, and it will freeze for quite a while as well. All in all, I'm very, very happy, and I get my biscotti fix. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will love you and leave you. See you soon. Bye-bye.